Oh my goodness. Welcome, 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 you guys. It is our favorite night of the week. It is Tuesday, which means Testimony Tuesday. We are so excited to be having these calls on Tuesdays. If this is your first call, you are here tonight because somebody loves you enough that they said, listen, you have to get on this call and you have to hear these stories from these women that have had such powerful testimonies, and each story is so very different. So, my name is Karen Cotton, and so happy to be here. Maria and Kimberly are on this call as well. And again, we are just so thrilled to be able to host these calls on Tuesday nights. And thank you for each of you who have a powerful story. Thank you for your yes. Thank you for your yes to getting on these calls, to sharing your story. Because, like I was just sharing a few minutes before we hit record, Marilyn, in particular, has a story and she is sharing it with the world right now. And the same is true for you. You have a story, and maybe you haven't even gotten started on the product yet. That's okay. You're going to hear three incredible stories tonight, and we are so excited because one of the things that stories do is they provide hope. And we are the Hope, Health, and Happiness Company. And so one of the Tuesday night testimonies have just been so powerful to hear life-changing, life-changing stories of hope, health, and happiness. So I am going to go ahead and I'm going to introduce our first guest tonight. So this is a mother-daughter duo, but Shelly and Jordan, so excited that you are on the call tonight. And again, thank you for your yes. Thank you for your hopping on and sharing your story with us. But Shelly is going to go ahead and she's going to kick it off. But I'm gonna share three fun facts with you about Shelly. So Shelly loves the outdoors. She loves gardening and making outdoor spaces beautiful. Going to the beach is one of her favorite things to do. She loves being a Mimi. She has a 2-year-old grandson and her first granddaughter due in November. Oh my goodness. I can't wait. And then she loves traveling. Her dream is to travel to Europe and any beautiful beach destination. I love it, Shelly. So go ahead, girl. Take it away. Thank you for being here tonight.
Oh, thank you, Karen. This mother-daughter duo is so excited to be here with all of you all tonight. My Plexus story, as all of ours, is very interesting and different. We all come from different places when we start. But back in March of 2019, I was on Instagram and following of just an acquaintance of mine, Jenna Smith, who I happened to follow because she lived in Nicaragua before then. And I just thought her life was really cool and awesome. And I just loved watching what she was doing. So when she came back to Florida and just happened to start posting about this little pink drink she was drinking and talking about how much energy she had and what it was doing for her as a young mom. And I thought, wow. So, I was an older mom and I'm just like, what is she drinking? And then she was talking about blood sugar balance. Now, my husband, who is a diabetic, needs blood sugar balance. And so I reached out to Jenna because I felt that my husband needed these supplements, especially the pink drink. So I didn't need them. Okay. I was a healthy, in my mid-50s mama, didn't need any, no prescription medications, healthy mama. I don't need anything. Although I had joint pain, I had sugar cravings, I had sugar crashes. I would say also I had nice big menopausal weight gain that I just couldn't seem to get rid of. I had hot flashes. And I just thought this was normal. This is normal in your 50s. This is what women deal with. So lo and behold, I reached out to Jenna and I got started on the triplex. And about a month into my journey, I realized that I had minimal joint pain, no more sugar crashes, and my sugar cravings had gone by the wayside. I was not even munching before dinner, which is normally what I do. And the joint pain was huge for me as I'm a physical therapist. And I still pride myself on being able to help patients. And when you're in pain, it doesn't look very good. So I was so excited about that. So I told my husband, I said, I tried this. I knew he wouldn't try it unless I did. So that's why I went first. So he decided to go ahead and has had some really nice results himself. He hasn't had to increase any medications. He really hasn't changed his diet, but his blood sugars are pretty balanced. So I would say that is a win for him. And I'm really, really happy about his progress also. So of course, when something works for you, it's very easy to tell your family about it. I had no intentions of sharing this with other people, but as I would hear people's stories and what they might be struggling with, it was just very easy to say, I've started on these supplements. They have helped me immensely. And most of them were women that were in menopausal time. So it was easy for me to talk about that. And people started seeing changes in me. And I wasn't losing a lot of weight. I couldn't see a lot on the scale, but what I did see, people were saying, Shelly, your face and your skin looks so good. And so I would tell them about how I felt. And then I started talking to my daughters, and Jordan will share her story later. And so, when something is this good and you feel this good, it's very easy to share with others. So that's what I started doing. Okay. And I started seeing some friends having some nice results. And then my family was having nice results. And when it's this good and you feel this good and you feel better I'm 61 now, feel better in your 60s than you do in your 40s, something has changed. So I learned a lot about gut health along the way. But something that was really instrumental in my journey is in July of 2022, we had a new product that came out, and it was called Reset. And Reset is a nutritionally supported fast. It's just a 3-day product system, and it resets your metabolism at a cellular level. And so I was happy about my gut health, but I really wanted to try and get rid of some more menopausal stuff. Let me try this Reset. So I got started on the Reset, and in 1 year, I was able to lose 38 pounds. I have been consistent with keeping that weight off, and I have just felt so much better. And so that was a key game changer for me, was starting on the Reset. And so again, I'm feeling much better in my 60s than I did in my 40s. The other thing I wanted to say is that I'm going to continue to take these. This was not something I wanted to do. And, being a physical therapist, I have my own business. I work full time. I'm a Mimi. I'm a mom still. I just don't have time for something else. But, when you feel this good, you can't help but share with others. And so now Plexus has provided me and my family with lots of opportunities to travel. But more importantly, it's about the people I've met. It's about the person I've become along the way. And I just know there's so many more people who could benefit from what we have. There is something literally for everyone, from all ages, children to the elderly. And I consider myself in the elderly category. So such a special opportunity. I am a senior gold. And so what that means for me right now is that my family's products are covered. Okay. I get my products basically for free. And I still have a side stream of income that has helped with so many just fun little incidental things that I've been able to provide for my family, which is really needed in our family right now. So it has been such a blessing. And I'm just grateful to be able to share all of that with all of you.
Oh. Amen. Oh my goodness. I love hearing your whole story. I knew bits and pieces of it, but to hear the whole story, I absolutely love it. And you're right. When you find something like you never planned on sharing, right, Shelly? Because you really didn't. I mean, your husband, you had planned on your husband doing the products, and to see what God has done, right, through you feeling so much better and then sharing and continuing to share because of that. So excited. And thank you for sharing your story. I'm super happy to introduce Jordan. Jordan is the other half here of Shelly, this dynamic mother-daughter duo, and they are so much fun and so stinking cute. Like we got to meet them well for the first time at convention, right? And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, you guys are so cute like on social media, but to hug you and to squeeze you in person, oh my gosh, so much fun." But Jordan, I want to introduce her to you with 3 fun facts. She loves to sing and write songs. She has a little band that is coming out with a short album very soon with a few of their favorite songs. And she loves anything artsy, you guys. So, Jordan, go ahead and take it away, girl.
Thank you so much, Karen. That is true. I am such an artsy fartsy gal. I love everything art. So thank you so much, Karen. And thank you so much, everyone. I'm so excited to share. This has been so fun. Like, I'm just sitting here. I'm like, this is so, how do I get to do this? This is so fun to do, especially with my mom, but what a gift this is. So I guess just a little background on me. Growing up as a little girl, I was anxiety galore. I was the little girl who was super anxious all the time for like no reason, just jittery and anxious all the time. I struggled with digestive issues as a kid, had a lot of trigger foods, had some pooping problems, I'd say, because we're okay with talking about that over here. That is completely normal. But really just had a lot going on for me, struggled with a lot of that as a kid. And then into my teen years, with all the hormones and hormonal changes, I really started to begin to struggle with a lot of acne. I was really struggling with acne. I had tried everything from diet to better sleep to stress management, and eventually even needed or decided to get onto prescriptions for them because it was just such a struggle for me. And it was really hard, especially in those high school years. It really is challenging to deal with. But fast forward a few years, this is when I went off to college. My anxiety was through the roof, and I was living off of like I'd say 2 venti Starbucks coffees a day, which let me tell you does not do anything good for an anxious person. I was constantly jittery. I was living off of naps. I just did not feel good in college. I ended up going off to be a missionary all over the US and then eventually off into Scotland as well, which I guess is another fun fact. That was an amazing experience, but again, I just found myself with my immune system was horrible. I was traveling everywhere, getting very little sleep. I was exhausted. My anxiety again was just really heightened. I remember calling my mom from Scotland being like, "Mom, this is crazy. Like I'm having panic attacks regularly, just very anxious and something just felt really off." And she was like, "Well, you just wait till you get home because I found a little pink drink on the internet." And I was like, "Okay, sure, whatever that means." Like, very skeptical.
Yeah, right,
like,
Mom.
Mom, I've literally tried everything. Okay, we'll see how that goes. But so when I got home, of course, Mom's like, "You got to try this. You got to try this. We're all on it. We're loving it." My sister also dealt with a lot of acne and hormonal imbalance, and she had gotten on these products and was already feeling and seeing a difference in her skin. So I was sold. I was like, okay, if this is going to do something for me, let's do it. So I started on it. I started on the triplex mostly for gut health. I really wanted that to be my primary focus to see how that affected everything I was going through. And within a month, I was noticing just better sleep, more energy. I didn't need my morning cup of coffee, so hence less anxiety, and just feeling good. But I did notice I was going through, which I know now, but at the time I was kind of unsure, some detox. I was like, "Mom, what is this doing to my body? I don't know if this is working," because if you haven't heard, it takes time to heal your gut. We don't get unhealthy overnight, so we're not going to get healthy overnight. But my mom, being the great mom that she is, just encouraged me to continue to be consistent, stay consistent, keep taking your products. I promise these are going to work for you. So I did. I just kept taking my products and kept noticing the more energy, better sleep. And I started to notice I could start eating some things that I typically wouldn't have been able to eat in the past. And within a year, I was off of my acne prescriptions. I was off of my anxiety medication. And I realized I had not had an IBS flare up in like a year. I think it was around a year and a half that I'd realized this, which was huge for me. I mean, I'm talking, I could eat Chick-fil-A, I could eat pasta and wine together without having to worry about what was going to happen after that. So that was a huge blessing in my life. And that's when I realized, like, how can I not share this? Kind of similar to what mom was saying. It's like, I didn't realize how bad I was struggling in that until I felt good and was able to look back and say, wow, I didn't realize how awful I felt back then because I feel so good now. So my mom had been plugging in my ears here and there. Remember, if you want to try to get your products covered, you can share with a few friends here or there and get that covered and then some. And so, but it wasn't like the opportunity side of this did not click until my mom, she loves the outdoors. She loves taking her kids to the beach in the summer. And she also loves treating us to dinner afterwards. It wasn't until she was treating us to dinner and she pulled out her Plexus card and swiped that Plexus card and covered our dinner. And I was like, wait a minute. That's real. This is a real thing. Like, you actually have money for helping others get healthy. That I just could not put that all together. But I decided then in that moment, I'm going to have a Plexus card one day and it will have real money on it. And look at all the people I'll be able to bless in the process of that. So I just started sharing because, like my mom said, when you feel good, and you would be surprised how often people start talking about things they're dealing with in their health. And you're like, oh, I got something that can help you with that. Oh, I got something that can help you with that. And it just comes up naturally. So I just started naturally sharing these and was able to bless some friends. It has been such a gift to see the way that these products have helped others. They're not just working for me. They're not just working for mom, but they're working for our family and friends and church family. And it's just been such a gift and a blessing. Again, I'm like, how is this what we get to do? Is just share something that has changed our lives. As for the opportunity side, similar to mom, my products are covered. I'm gold. And I have money for gas, which is really good because gas is expensive here in California, and your girl does a lot of driving. And then just extra cash for some extra fun activities. So it's been such a gift, like my mom said, to have that extra source of income, especially with all these crazy prices nowadays. So, but again, too, just to reiterate, the blessing that these people have been, the blessing that Plexus, the people of Plexus are, this community, it's so much bigger than just us, it's such a gift. And if I could encourage anyone, there is no age limit to either the products or the opportunity. I think my mom and I go to show that, I mean, people my age benefit from both, and people her age and anybody in between, older and younger. I mean, this opportunity and these products are for everyone and can benefit everyone. And plus, it's so much more fun to do it together. So, yeah, I guess that's my story.
Thank you. I'm going to take it over from here, but thank you, Shelly and Jordan. I don't know if I've ever heard your testimony. I think, just learned so much about you guys, and what a blessing. I could just love your story, and I can really just sit here just like, okay, keep going. It's like, you're both, first of all, you guys are so cute. So thank you. So happy that we had you guys on tonight. So thank you. And then we're gonna move on to our next guest tonight, and is my girl Juani over there. Smile. So first we had mother-daughter, and now we have mother-son, because Juani is just weeks away from having her eighth baby. So I have the pleasure of introducing her. So, you know, it was almost 2 years ago, and I don't want to tell her story, but I know she loves when I tell her story, but I'm not going to tell her story for her. But what I will say is, it was not too long after she had baby number 7. And Rebecca's on the call too. I see her. And but yes, you know, I'm just gonna give it over to her. Juana, you're gonna have to unmute. I'm waiting for you to unmute. Uh, she's a little shy, but she is the cutest. She has a beautiful story as well. I love her story. She knows how much I love her story. You know, and you, like you, Shelly and Jordan shared, I mean, we get to bless people and help others that are not feeling their best. And that was definitely Juani's story almost 2 years ago. And with that, I'm going to let her share how this little pink drink came into her life.
Thank you so much, and excuse my nervous over here. Okay, so like she said, I am Juani. I'm from Chicago, and I want to tell you a little bit about my journey with Plexus. So when my friends, because we used to work together a long time ago in Florida, I used to live in Florida. They called me and they offered me they knew that I was not feeling good because I was not feeling good at all. So Rebecca and Maria called me. They talk about the supplements. I was very tired all the time. I I was hungry, but I was afraid of eating because every time I eat something, I will go to the couch very tired and very with pain. Even if I drink water, I will feel pain. I was super tired to get up the stairs to even to shower. I couldn't even put my hands up to shower because I was super tired. Mm, at night I will have so bad heartburns that would wake me up because I will feel like I don't know how to explain it. I was feeling like I was gonna die in the night. It was so bad. It was a very poor state that I was feeling. When they invited me to try the supplements, I went and looked online and I saw that they was very good products. But I told my friends, you know what? It was in November 2022, and I told them, you know what? Right now, I don't have money, and I don't have. We're not working right. I'm not working right now. We just bought a house. I told them, call me at the beginning of the year because right now Christmas is coming, Thanksgiving is coming, and I don't even have money. So we just bought a house and we are in some constructions there that it takes also more money in there. So um when they helped me, because they did help me a lot with the products, so I started feeling so much better since the first week. And from there, I started losing a lot of I was very swollen. I was very it was a lot of inflammation. I did the reset, I did the triplets. I started having results since the first week I took them. I could sleep better and my body started like avoiding the junk food. Like Jordan said, I don't need a coffee anymore, which before I used to drink like 2 cups of coffee and they had to come with cookies or sweet bread or whatever. I started not needing that anymore. I started to feel awesome. I had a kidney problem for so long. I had my knee was hurting also, and chiropractors and people to massage my knee and nothing will feel better. But when I started taking the products, they took out the inflammation and I started feeling so good. I can dance, I can wear heels, I can run, things that I couldn't do. When my daughter got married, I couldn't even dance the balls with her on her wedding because of my knee situations. So I know, I'm sorry, it's too long. Um,
You're okay. You got
in
time.
March 2023, I went to the hospital because of kidney stones, and I was feeling very bad. They gave me something for the pain and they discharged me and everything. When I went to the pharmacy, I tried to get my medicine for the pain because even when I get out of the hospital, I still have the pain and it was bad. So the lady in the pharmacy. She was taking very long, and I asked her, "Is everything okay?" And she's like, "No." She's like, "The doctor that took care of you in the hospital, she gave you something that is not helping your kidneys. And I'm trying to see if she can change the prescription. And I'm trying to ask her if she's aware of what she did." So she took whatever time she took, and I call her again and I'm like, "Is everything okay?" And she's like, "The lady in the hospital, the doctor in the ER, she answered me. She said that she's aware of what she gave you, and she said that she's not gonna change the prescription." So I was very upset and so much in pain. So I'm like, "You know what? It's okay. I'm not gonna drink whatever you give me. If it's not good for my kidneys, and if she knew that it's not good for my kidneys, that's okay." I was already taking Plexus. So I came home, I looked for what is helping, what products in Plexus can help me for kidney stones. So I started doing triplex with ease, and that was the relief. They took the pain away. That, I don't know if any of you have experienced that pain, but it's bad. And nothing will take it away. And ease helped me with that. So 3 months after, when I went back for the ultrasound, they didn't find any more kidneys, any more stones on my kidneys. Thanks God. So it's the biggest testimony that I can give you. I'm so grateful for that. And nothing, just being consistent, And also, my husband has the diabetes situation, which he is going back down the normal thanks to the supplements as well. And I am very thankful for them to invite me, because even though I was kind of like, "Oh no, call me next year," or whatever, but they show me how to share with people and get extra cash. And I really needed it at that time. So we were in the middle of construction in the house. We were in the middle of Thanksgiving was coming, Christmas was coming. In 2 months, I hit senior gold, and all of that income that came to me was such a blessing for all those expenses that we had over there. And it's been helping since there so much, and I'm very, very grateful for everything. So like Maria said, this is my 8th pregnancy, and I wish I could know about this before with all my pregnancies. This is very, very different. The nausea that the prenatal vitamins give you, they're so bad, and with this, all I'm taking is Plexus, and I feel very good. It's not that I feel good, because you know how it feels when you're pregnant and when you're about to explode, but it's very different, the symptoms from my other kids. I feel less tired. The heartburns that were always there, I feel amazing. I don't feel that so I'm just so grateful and so thankful, and I don't have words to say, but I thank God, and I thank Maria, I thank Rebecca for helping me with this and sharing, being consistent. Thank you.
Yes, awesome. So I'm gonna share another thing. So back in November 2022, Plexus had an incredible incentive. You could use your referral link, and with 9 referrals, they were doubling their normal referral bonuses. And with 9 referrals, you were able to make like $1,800. Okay, 2 years ago. But I didn't even tell her about that. I mean, we knew her hesitation was, how to pay for this, right? How to stay on it, how to pay for it. And so I said, "I will help you." We heard her on the phone. I mean, that was the biggest thing and you guys have heard this. Like, I know people don't get on the phone anymore, but I'm a phone person. I got to talk to you. Like, and Karen and Kimberly, every time they start texting, I hit FaceTime. They gotta stop with that. I'm like, "I gotta see you, and I gotta talk to you." They start, and I'm just like, I just hit the FaceTime button. It's like the golden ticket on that show, right? It's like I'm gonna hit it, And so we got to call. We got to get on the phone. Look at my baby. I see you. Rebecca. So we get on the phone with her, and guys, just get on the phone and call some of your people, some of your friends, and just, you hear how deflated, you hear that they're not okay, right? The way they answer the phone, the way their tone is. Hi, yeah, I'm okay. It's like, no, you're not okay. Like, what's going on, girl? Come on. Like, what is happening, right? I mean, I wasn't that, but I was some of that, because that's who I am. And, and it was hard, right? Because we love her. She's a friend. We can hear that she's not okay. She is struggling. She can't make it up and down her stairs. She's exhausted. And how, like, it's almost like you have this cure, and like you want to help the person. And so it was really hard. We were like, we're not going to give up on her. We're getting this for her. Like, I don't care what, right? And then, well, guess what? Well, now she has a referral link, right? So I say, Juana, well, we already know it's November. You got a new house. You just had the 7th baby. Christmas is coming. Like, I want to help you at least put $300 in your pocket, right? Because that's just 3 people. And I mean, she's Mexican. I'm sorry, but she's got like a million family, and I don't know how many sisters, and she's got like a lot of people. I said, come on, I know you know 3 people. Was that racist? I'm not racist. Y'all know I'm not racist. But I was just like, girl, right? It's a blessing, right? Someone that's stressed about finances, and it's Christmas, and you have 7 kids and a new house. How do I not? I'm like, girl, just listen. In 1 hour, I know we can make, I don't know, 20 phone calls. Just make the list. We're gonna. And she go, and you could see how she talks. She's a sweet, and she's like, no, I'm gonna wait to try the product and see how it works for me, and then maybe. And I was like, no, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. The same way that you are tired, other mamas that are feeling this way, and no. And we're gonna call them, and we're gonna find who needs this, and we're gonna find you 3 people, and you're gonna put at least $300 in your pocket this month. Yeah, it's like yes or yes. Like, I'm not, like, no is not an option. And she's just like, okay. She says, she's a believer. Everything, if that's what God wants, God will provide. And she's like, okay, I'm gonna trust that, it will happen, right? And so she gets her 3 like in one day. And I was just like, well, if you get 9, it's $1,800. She said, you know what? God willing, I will get 9, because wow, what a blessing if I can make $1,800. Do you know how many people joined Juana in the month of November 2022? 39.
Yes.
Rebecca's right there. Rebecca and I were together on that last day of the month here at my house, and Juana is 1 hour behind us, and she's like, I need help. Like, everybody's calling me back now, and I can't. Like, everybody's like, everyone that she started calling, everyone started calling her back on that last day of the month, and we were like, where are these people coming from? We're like, okay, just give me a phone number. And I'm calling people, and Rebecca's calling people. We're like, okay, she's an hour behind. We're like, just keep doing, like, keep working. We're gonna figure this out, but we're just gonna keep. And it was just right. God showed up. God showed off, right?
Honestly, yes, because when I was still thinking about if I join or not, while they were on the phone, I put this prayer in my mind, and I said, God, if this is something good for me, please, I'll let you do whatever it's needed, but help me out. And right there, I heard an answer. And I know I don't say this that much, but I'm I heard an answer, and that answer was, and why are you going to wait until January to feel better when you're sick is right now? And another one, and why are you gonna wait until there to get more money if you're struggling financially right now? Why to wait until there? That is the answer in my mind right away. So I'm like, you know what? Whatever I need to do, I'll do it. And I told them, my kids were so happy and they were like, Mommy, remember when you were all the time laying down in the couch because everything hurts? And they started feeling and seeing that everything changed right there, and it was just a blessing. So on that day, 2 days before, 3 days before the month ended, Maria called me, if anything you need, I'm here. And I'm like, yes, I need people. I don't know how many people to hit gold, or I don't remember how much it was, like 3 people or something. And she told me a strategy to do, and I follow her. And then I don't know how, but it went off. It was so amazing. And I know, and I felt it. It was God's presence in there.
I know we went over, but I just wanted you to get to know her incredible story. I tell her all the time, you are one of my most favorite stories because I know how she was before and I know how she is now. I know, I mean, she goes to convention and we went to Vegas and we went to Arizona and we went to where else? I mean, we're just, and you know, we roomed together and we slept without makeup on. And I mean, it's been an incredible 2 years, right? This mama who was struggling, and now we're traveling and having fun, and all the incredible people that have come into her life, and it's just such a blessing, right? And then the extra income as well, right? So it was, you know, and again, I mean, God really showed up and showed off that night. And I'm so happy that you guys got to hear her story and our story, Rebecca and I, it was just an incredible, it was just, but God, that's it. That's all I got to say. I got nothing else to say about
Thank you
that.
so much for everything. Thank you very much.
I don't know. We lost Kimberly here. No, she's there. I think she's still in a park somewhere. But Karen, I'm going to turn it back to you. We're going to close this out. So happy for you guys to be on here. We are here every single Tuesday. We are sharing news stories every single week. This little pink drink has changed a lot of lives, and and people need to hear them. And so we're going to be right here every Tuesday, same bat time, same bat channel. Karen, close us out.
Yes, amen. Thank you so much, Shelly, Jordan, and Wani for sharing with us tonight. If you were on this call tonight and you have questions, please, please, please get in touch with a friend that invited you, and they would love to share more. Okay. So you heard 3 different testimonies that were so powerful and so encouraging. And I'm sure that as you're sitting here tonight and hearing some of these stories, you're starting to think of people in your life that could really benefit from Plexus products, but also the financial opportunity. So reach out to the friend that invited you. Again, thank you so much for taking the time to be with us on Tuesday night. We will be back here again, as Maria said, next Tuesday with, next Tuesday, we have Dr. Hartman, who is going to be on this call. So bring everybody, invite all of your friends. It is going to be absolutely incredible.
Kimberly's back on. I'm going to have her on mute because she is the master behind getting Dr. Hartman to kick off our September to Remember, to kick off our wellness era, to kick off our 7-day detox. So Kimberly, tell us really quick.
Yeah. How excited are we? Next week, Dr. Hartman is going to be on this call, you guys, from 8 to 8:30. He is committed. It is going to be the very first day of our detox challenge. So we're going to do a 7-day detox challenge. And on day 1, he is going to end us out at 8 p.m. So you are going to want to get some people, first of all, to join you for that detox challenge, right? And then you're going to want to get them in the group and invite them to be there on the 3rd. So that's going to be September 3rd. The page will open for that detox challenge on Sunday, okay? But there won't be much activity until we physically kick off the day after Labor Day. But you will be able to start inviting people to that. So we are so excited. What incredible testimonies. I'm so grateful I was able to join you guys from the soccer field once again. Sorry, I checked out for a minute and went potty and came back. But I love you guys. Thanks for showing up and being here. We are going to stay on, some of us, if you guys, but you can go ahead and get off. If you are, here for the testimonial part, we are going to have a little bit of a team call really quickly just to share all things coming in September. So you are more than welcome to head out now, or you can stay, either or.